These are contracts that will convert to revenue when performance obligations under the contracts are met. I think, we're very excited that a large part of that is also the multi-system order that we've got for the Department of Homeland Security.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Philipp Stratmann. He is the CEO of Ocean Power Technologies. And Philipp, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Doing well. Good to be on again, Steve.
Yeah, so I know you've dropped your third quarter numbers ending January 31st, 2026, and the numbers show a lot of different things. Let's begin sort of with one that really jumped out, and that's this record backlog. And maybe you can kind of explain what that means to everyone and really why that's so significant in the numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. The record backlog is this is for contracted purchase orders that we have in hand. So these are contracts that will convert to revenue when performance obligations under the contracts are met. I think, we're very excited that a large part of that is also the multi-system order that we've got for the Department of Homeland Security for, immediate delivery for Coast Guard for deployment. But it's just testament to the fact that there is true demand out there in the market. And this isn't hypothetical demand. This is demand where people are willing to work with us and are signing contracts for us to deliver systems into their operations.
And you're working full steam ahead to try and convert that inventory as well to get those ones out as quick as possible.
Absolutely. The vessel is under contract for the installation for the Homeland Security Coast Guard project. So, we're talking days before the first system starts leaving New Jersey and starts making its way across to the West Coast. We're talking weeks before the installation starts. So this is like immediate conversion of the backlog into then performance obligations being met and then into revenue generation. So, we're super excited about that.
Yeah. Are you looking at trying to get more inventory in-house so you're ready to go on these type of things? Is that something that you would work on as a company as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is critical for us to have the inventory available so that when people call us up and saying, I have a job in, Houston, and I need an autonomous vehicle, I need it for a 2-week survey job, that we have the inventory available and in-house to respond to them in a matter that allows them to start a job a week later. Equally on the buoy side, we started pre-building the buoys for Homeland Security, I will say probably 2+ months or so before we got the purchase order. And that's enabled us to turn around and going, okay, yes, you gave us the purchase order at a later stage than we had expected because of the government shutdown. We've now got it in hand. We're converting it and we're going to ship this out ASAP. That's critical for us. And I think the next level of that you're going to start seeing is with our international expansion is pre-staging inventory into the regions where we have the biggest demand and the best conversations with our partners and customers so that we can fulfill their needs without needing to wait for shipping space to become available to move it across the ocean.
Yeah. You mentioned a couple of the markets that you're looking at. The Middle East, I know, is one that could be very important for the company. And obviously, there's some tension going on there right now. Talk to me about your team. Everyone's safe there, and really about what's the strategy moving forward.
Yeah, our team in the UAE is safe. Appreciate you asking. And so, so are the partners that we work with there. And we have assets in country already. We spent the last year talking about what we've pre-staged, where we've done demonstrations with various customers. And we're ready and willing to support, operations when it comes to port safety, when it comes to shipping lanes, shipping inspections, all those kind of efforts. And those are ongoing discussions we're having in the region right now. And that sort of helped us by being over there, already having people and assets in country and in region. So that enables us to help them get back to doing their day-to-day operations as quickly as possible to maintain energy flow to the rest of the world.
Yeah. And lastly, Philipp, just what should people take from these financial numbers? The numbers were very strong, and obviously the backlog is going to be worked on with the company as well. But what should people take away from this?
Yeah, I think what the backlog shows that demand numbers that might be out there aren't hypothetical. We are converting our pipeline into backlog. And that backlog is being converted to revenues, and we're going to continue seeing that growth increase. And we're very excited about further growth, particularly in defense and security, but also still on the commercial side, and just continuing to expand. I mean, the strategy we set out is working and it's translating into real numbers. And I think that is what's important to see.
All right. We'll leave it there, Philip. Thanks so much. Great update as always, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, Steve.
All right. There's Philipp Stratmann, the CEO of Ocean Power Technologies.